Hi, this is Matt from tracyandmatt.co.uk, and this is the Toshiba Portégé G500. Just thought we'd do a quick unbox and then take a closer look at the device itself. Okay, so looks like everything is in this inner box. Let's have a look what's in the bottom. There's a couple of there's a disc here, which is your getting started disc and guide with active sync, and doesn't mention Outlook, but we'll take a look at that later. End user license agreement, that sort of thing, and the printed user guide. That's actually all that's in the box there. Let's push that to one side. Device is sitting in the top. We'll look at the device more closely in just a moment, so let's see how this opens. Okay. All convoluted. We've got a battery here. Battery size, if it says it, is 1200 milliamp hours. Not bad. And let's take the other end of this box. Okay, pretty much come apart there. Put that to one side. Could have mains cable, a mini USB cable, which is a good sign, and the charger here, which looks actually a little like a laptop charger there, with a separate power supply cable and mains plug in at the other end. So there you go, we'll look at that in a second. And what else have we got here? Looks like headphones. Yep, pair of headphones here, which has got a 3.5mm jack on that end, and an inline microphone. That's cool. Obviously for plugging into the device. That's a 4-pole 2.5mm jack, and that converts it to a 3.5mm jack, so you can use your own headphones, which is quite good. There's a button on there, I guess that's to answer your calls. So use that in combination with the headphones. Use any headphones. I like that idea. Okay, here's the device. It's pretty neat. It's quite chunky. It's very small. Sits in your hand quite well. Looks more like a conventional mobile phone. It's pretty good. Quick to around. Obviously the buttons on the front for navigation, green and red phone buttons, 2 soft keys, home and back. There's a tiny little camera on the front there, very small. Obviously the screen, turning on to one side, you've got a button for the camera and buttons for volume control. On the back we've got 2-megapixel camera. That looks quite like from the back it looks like a compact camera, which is quite cool. Got a power button on the top, and I guess that button's to release the back so we can get the battery in. Little cover here over what looks to be that's where you plug in the headphones, so that's your 2.5mm jack. And so on the bottom, another cover over the standard USB. That's quite good. Okay, what this do with this device is the slider, revealing the keypad underneath, normal T9 style for texting and so on, for data entry. That's quite good. It's a snap open shut device. And finally on the back, which is rather unusual and I think it's probably unique at the moment, is this, which is actually a fingerprint reader, which is used for unlocking the device for security and so on, and apparently it's also used for navigation. I guess it's used perhaps as a scroll mechanism. Not having powered this device up at all yet, I'm not overly sure, but that's the next thing to do. Stick some power in it and have a look. Okay, so I've just pulled the back off to install the battery, which I've now done. I've powered the device up, but just before I put the back on, I'm going to point out the mini SD slot on the side, which is actually covered by the battery compartment here. That clips back on. Really have only just powered the device up, so haven't played around with it very much. But I don't know how well this comes across on the camera here. But the screen is actually really nice. It's really sharp, very bright, and looks really, really looks like going to be a pleasure to use. Quick look at the finger slider on the back. It does actually work as a scroll, so you can scroll up and down. Takes some getting used to, I think, probably. And it doesn't kind of work every time. There's a piece of software on here to enroll a finger. I guess that's for your fingerprint reader and so on. And it tells you how to use it for launching different applications and stuff. I think you can, tried it a minute ago, you can actually tap the fingerprint reader and that will actually launch anything. Acts as the same as the middle button there. Like I say, nothing terribly out of the ordinary that I've found on here so far. It has got Gold Key, there's a Java applet on there, the finger launcher as I mentioned already. Opera is installed, which I like. I think that's quite cool. Pixel Viewer, which again very good for Word, Excel and image viewing. Pocket MSN is installed, which is good, not been removed. I think it's only Orange that really do that, but still that's on there. And an IP, voice over IP client, TipTalk, which I'll be having a look at later as well. So that's pretty much the device in a very small nutshell. Looks okay. Obviously can't comment on things like battery life and so on at the moment. It feels kind of heavy. I don't know if it's because of the shape and the size of the device. It maybe feels kind of heavier than it is, so to speak. But the quoted weight is 135 grams. Actually feels a little heavier than that. I mean, compare that to my Samsung i600. It actually feels heavier, I have to say. Be interesting to actually compare that on scales and so on. But there we go. There's the device, and look forward to a review of that coming up shortly.